Hello again, everyone. Ageofdune here, and we are back with another League of Legends Shoutcast. This one, I went ahead and searched up a game from TheOddone's. I realized, looking back, that I haven't had a game with Oddone on it for quite some time. After looking at the channel, it's actually since March of last year, I believe. So I figured it was definitely time to go ahead and cast another Oddone game. It's entirely possible that I missed one, but I don't think so. But anyway, so we decided to go ahead and cast this one. If you notice, Oddone is actually on Pantheon. And that to me is pretty interesting. I did see when they originally considered this. I don't know if we're actually going to see it in the LCS. But I was watching somebody's stream. I don't remember who. I think Xpecial. I think it was Xpecial. And he had actually gotten jungle for that particular round. But he ended up doing Pantheon jungle, and he was like, oh my gosh, this is so OP, and he said, hey Oddone, you should try this. And ever since then, Oddone actually has been doing a lot of jungle Pantheon, which does have me intrigued. I think it'd be kind of cool to see Oddone expand his pool a little bit more. Ooh, are we about to see a bit of a engagement here? We do have four members of the blue team here in this bush. Warwick is still way back there. There we go. They do come across the Renekton here. He's going to flash over this wall. Oh, no, he just jumps over the wall. He didn't need to flash. He went ahead and leveled up his slice and dice ability probably right around the time he got engaged on here. He's like, oh, crap. Leveled up that slice and dice ability, got over the wall, didn't need to blow flash. So it's actually not going to cause too much of a trouble. Both teams, neither one came out ahead at all. No summoners were blown, and really, it just ended up being a little bit of a duel. Nothing happened, in essence. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the players here. We've got a top wick, Warwick, played by Mr. Mick Digbix. Yes. He's going to be against Renekton, played by Goldflower. We actually have an engage here, by the way. It looks like Udyr is actually invading with Warwick. Don't know. Hold on, let me see. Does that does not give vision, no. So he's getting engaged on yet again and forced to slice and dice away again. That was a really unpleasant ward placement there. I didn't think it was actually giving vision to the bush, as it is slightly outside, which really sucks for him. But it was indeed not giving vision, but he is able to tell the Oddone now, hey, they invaded, go ahead and get their bread. Because, you know, he did walk into that. Yes, he took a lot of damage, and that is definitely going to set him behind up top. But he did get the vision for the Oddone. The Oddone realizes, though, that it is Udyr, has a ridiculously nasty early game. So he's just going to go ahead and gank here. He's going in with the Gragas, did about half of Jace's damage Jace's health in damage there, which is not altogether too bad. Had that early stun ready. And now it looks like he's heading possibly for Udyr's blue. No, he's just gonna go ahead and leave it. So Udyr actually got 3 buffs out of this. Not bad at all. He got both reds and a blue. So that ended up going really well for the blue team there. And, you know, it gave them a lot of benefits here, as it gave the Renekton, it took his life down a lot. It gave multiple buffs there to Udyr, which Oddone only has 1 up. So, I mean, all in all, that was a great early game there for the blue team. Alright, mid lane, we've got Jace, who I haven't seen in a long time. He is played by Senpai, and he's going to be against Gragas, played by Sataship, please. I'm almost certain that I've had him in a very recent game. Not sure exactly which one, but I know I've seen that name really recently. Alright, down bottom, we've got Vayne, played by N.E. Hope, versus Lucian, played by Waka Waka Wak. Not Waka Waka Waka, but Waka Waka Wak. The supports, we've got Thresh, played by Alleyton. Hold up, we'll continue with this in a moment. There is an engagement here, and Jace is coming down for a gank. So we're going to hold off on continuing with the supports until that. The Lucian and the Sona, we're going in on this tower, did a little bit of damage to it. I think Sona took a shower shot there. There we go, there's the flay from Thresh. He manages to land the grab on her. Thresh is coming around from behind. Lucian goes back in to try to do some damage. And he is doing a lot of damage there to the Thresh. Sona's trying her best to live here. And Lucian is not going to be able to take down the Vayne thanks to that barrier, as well as her flash. He now gets punted back. Sona's not dead yet, but she did just get ignited, so she's going to go down. There is first blood to that Jace. And the only question now is, will Lucian escape? I think he's going to get out of this. Oh, the stun comes out from Udyr. Yes, he's still going to get out with the jump there, and he flashes away from that grab from Thresh. So he is going to live. But in the meantime, we had another gank going in up here where the odd one was already waiting in the tri-bush. All that happened down there. He knew he wasn't going to get counter-jungled. So as soon as this Renekton pushed to the wall, to the tower, he went ahead and went in. There we go. He goes in, throws the spear, jumps in, and the stun comes out right after the Renekton stun. Unfortunately, Renekton tanked the tower just a little bit too long there and ended up going down himself. On the plus side, we had Gragas down here, and he was doing quite a bit of damage to the tower there. Well, maybe not quite a bit. He did at least a little bit of damage, though. Little over 200 damage. So that's not too shabby. And Odd One is going to go ahead, leave these minions here to go ahead and do some damage to this tower. So, all in all, not too terrible. Although, yes, the blue team definitely came out behind in those engagements. Alright, Sona is played by Apexy, Alethan, and Apexy. Alright, finally, the Udyr is played by True ID, and he is against the Odd One, as I mentioned before, playing Pantheon. With a pretty cool skin, actually. I like that skin a lot. Anyway, back to the game. Down here, these guys are just going ahead, CSing it up. The Lucian is currently actually ahead of Vayne, interestingly enough. He is 34 CS to her 26. They were bullying her a lot early game, so I guess that's where that comes from. She has, as you know, a very unpleasant early game. And that is definitely showing here. But if she does make it to late game, it's going to be really hard for this red team to survive. There is a on the way ping here from the blue team. It looks like Udyr is on the way up. Renekton doesn't know about it as he has no ward, so he's probably going to get engaged on here. Udyr's coming in with his bear stance active. I think the slice and dice was about to come up, but he wasn't even forced to use it. Now, actually, it was still a ways off. So, had he been able to catch him, it might have ended up actually coming up with success, but he was not able to get there in time, and that did not end up going down. But we've got Sona and Lucian yet again on this tower doing damage to it, and there's really not much that Vayne and Thresh can do to stop it. Ooh, is he going to stop this? Oh, no, he's just going to ward it. And he sees him there. Oh, the minion stopped it. Scumbag minion, man. That was kind of funny there. He went ahead and warded it, and the minion saw him in there. So he went ahead, walked in, and auto-attacked, which interrupted the back. I want to see what exactly happened to Gragas here. Oh, I guess he's just been slowly taking damage over time. That makes sense. I mean, Jace is ranged, so you will end up taking a decent amount of damage from him. I saw the flashingness, which I didn't see before, so I knew something extra had happened to him, but he just took a shot from the little ball of fiery blast or whatever. What is that called? Shock blast. Wow. Should have known that. Anyway, whatever. I didn't. Alright, Pantheon's here to go ahead and soak up that XP, get the CS whenever he can. Honestly, a good idea. And up top, we're back to just these guys just kind of duking it out up here. 2 tanks top lane, not much is going to happen. There are 2 wards here, but they're not picking up the Udyr, who is actually invading this blue buff. He's going in now, going to go ahead and put the ward there. Pantheon knows. Pantheon sees this. Pantheon's like, hey, this is not okay. Lots of back pings as Thresh and Vayne are on their way up, so Odd One is forced to be very cautious here. In goes the Gragas, though, and now we have a huge engagement. The Gragas goes ahead and uses his ulti. Down goes the Thresh because of that. Blue buff, I'm not actually, let's see. I want to see if blue buff actually went down. I think that went to Gragas, actually. There we go. A lot of engagement having here. Lots of back pings from the blue team, actually. And there we go. The stun comes out. Nobody can see blue buff at the moment, but it can see them. There we go. They're going back in on it now. And the stun comes out on Thresh. In goes the Gragas barrel. And the blue buff goes to Pantheon. That was an excellent smite there from the Odd One. And he manages to secure the Thresh there. Now Vayne is trying her best to get out of this. She is slowed there from the Sona. Lucian's going in on her. She punts him back. But Sona's still chasing it down. She is ignited. It's not going to be enough to finish her off. There is no flash. Oh, Pantheon ult. Down goes the Vayne to that Pantheon ult. So very nice ult there by the Odd One. Figured out exactly where she was going to go and went ahead and finished her off. And that gives the red team the opportunity to possibly go ahead and secure this dragon here. Looks like they are going to fall back. Not going to go for it quite yet. But either way, that was a really good engagement for them. And that definitely put them back in the lead now. They are now 2-3, whereas before it was 2-1, I believe. So the Odd One got his blue buff, and he's happy. He's definitely happy. And these minions are just destroying this tower down here. It's down to half health. And yeah, Vayne ended up missing out on even more CS now. Tower's being a jerk and prioritizing the ones that were low, so she missed out on even more. And it's not going too well for her. She's currently what? Actually, she's only 7 CS behind, which is not bad considering a while ago she was quite a bit more behind. But, you know, yeah. Her tower is pretty damaged, so that's definitely not a good sign for her. Big engagement going on up here. There was the Renekton ulti. Where did Udyr even come from? That I didn't see. Okay, there we go. Udyr's just coming up the river. Yet again, Renekton has no wards. Cooldown on that. He hasn't even used that. There's the Warwick ulti. In goes the Udyr. There's the stun. And there's the Renekton ulti going ahead doing that. But in comes the Jace as well. Renekton turns around, trying to run this way. Slices that way. Dices again. Trying his best to get out. Not going to happen. He ends up going down. And, yeah, got Udyr pretty low in the meantime. Thanks to that AoE from his ult. But it was not enough. And, yet again, Gragas has gone ahead and pushed this up to the tower. Making Jace lose even more minions. And doing a little bit of damage there to the tower. And now it looks like he's kind of looks like he's coming down here for a gank. There we go. Gonna go in. Yeah, he is indeed coming down. Ah, that's why he did that. He went that way to make sure that they didn't see him going through Tribush. They don't know he's here, though. Now they know he's here. There's his ulti. Punts her against the wall. She uses that lantern to get away, though. She's trying to get out. There we go. Sona secures the kill. Uses her ulti there on Thresh. Thresh is gonna go down. No, he's not. Alright, now in goes the Udyr, forcing the Lucian to go ahead and flash. Jace is here as well. They're trying to take down the Udyr. Gragas is caught out. In comes the Pantheon ult. Gonna go in on the Thresh. No, he goes in on the Jace. Jace, and oh, there we go. Nice play there from Thresh, counteracting that. And he shields himself up so he lives. This is a pretty long engagement. Down goes the Thresh. Finally, down goes the Jace. And the only one left is Udyr. Udyr may end up going down to this as well if he's not careful. But he might not. Sona could probably tank the tower for long enough to allow Lucian to kill, but it's not going to happen. Lucian's going back. But that was a very nice engagement. That one, it ended up being even from the looks of it, because it's now 5-6 for them. Actually, no, because they did get Renekton earlier, so that was yet again 1 in favor of the red team. Missed out. I forgot about that for a second. I like the Pantheon drops. It does make his ganks a whole lot more effective. It's kind of like Nocturne, really, except it's global. Yeah, Nocturne used to be global. I hated that when he came out. I was playing back then, and yeah, that definitely put the fear of the light into me, or the fear of the dark, really. Darkness. Yeah. Anyway, up here we've got Jace doing a bit of damage there to the Gragas again, and Gragas yet again pushed it to the tower there. Renekton and Warwick just kind of duking it out up here. Still more or less a passive lane. A little bit of lifesteal from both of them. More or less what you expect. Neither one of them has a lot of really fast damage. They don't really have the burst, and they both have really good sustain. But we do have Jace coming up for another gank again. The Gragas goes ahead and pings the MIA, and there's the slice and dice from Renekton, and now he knows he's in trouble. The Warwick ulti comes out, and yeah, Renekton goes down again. He really needs to ward. I mean, I don't know if he's used his warding totem yet. It's weird too because I mean, you have a free ward. Why not use it? But for some reason, at least as of yet, he has not used it, and it's just really not benefited him at all. There was a very nice ulti there from Gragas, bringing the Udyr even further out. Udyr's getting low, but he's not going to end up going down. And in the meantime, though, we do have an engagement down here, so we'll go ahead and watch this while that's going on. There we go. There's the forcing away of him. And the Sona and Lucian are here to go ahead and try to do some damage to the Vayne. The Culling comes out, but does not hit her but twice. But now they're going in on the Thresh. Thresh is already getting really low. But, oh, he jumps over to finish off the Vayne because he saw that Pantheon was coming down to finish off the Thresh. So that wasn't bad at all. And that almost definitely is going to secure them this dragon. Jace is coming over to go ahead and ward it. There we go. They are indeed going in on this. Udyr is here as well, but he's being zoned at least somewhat by Gragas. And they're going to go ahead and take down this ward thanks to their ping. And yeah, they're definitely going to get this. There's really nothing that the enemy team can do. He tries to steal it with a empowered bolt there, but it's not going to happen. Sona wisely blocked that. Very good placement on her part, just to make sure. Honestly, I don't think he would have been able to steal it anyway. It is the Odd One, and the Odd One's pretty good about his smites. The only time I saw him miss a smite recently was when he missed a smite on Nunu, of all things. And that one was probably pretty embarrassing for him. That was not a good game. That was painful for him. But normally he's actually pretty spot on with his smites. Oh, we're about to see another gank. Yet again, Renekton out this far, no wards. And we've got Warwick going in. There's the Warwick ulti. Yet again, Renekton says, oh, hey, there's his ulti. And yeah, he's going to try to slice and dice out of this, but he is really slow. Does go ahead and flash, so as of right now, he's okay. They're going to go ahead and tower dive this, though. He's kiting him around the tower, doing his best, uses his Q to get that health up, and now Udyr's in a little bit of trouble there. He's going to go down to this, so Renekton was able to turn that around. And now he slices it over, does a little bit of damage there to work, uses his dice to get back into range again. He does have the stun, there's the stun, and, you know, Warwick is just a little too tanky, though. Not going to happen. Renekton, why you no ward? And we see Jace coming up yet again. Still no wards from Renekton, so Renekton has no idea. He's going to go ahead and head back. But the question is, will Jace be able to finish him off? He's probably going to lead in with a charged Q. No, he's just going to go ahead and farm here. Pantheon's here to fight this off. And actually to catch the Jace off. Uses his stun there, doing a lot of damage already. In goes the Renekton. No, not going to go in. Down mid lane, we actually had Lucian, Gragas, and Sona all going in on this tower. They managed to go ahead and take down the mid tower, which is pretty huge, as that is a huge, huge vision loss for the blue team. And they went ahead and placed their ward there, which actually does give them a good boost to their vision. Down bottom, Vayne is just pushing here, trying to get her CS up. She's currently actually 2 ahead Lucian, which is not bad at all, but she needs to be more fed. She is definitely a late game carry. She needs to get to that late game. She does not yet have Blade of the Rune King, but she's going back, so I have a feeling as soon as she gets back, she's going to buy that Blade of the Rune King. There we go. There it is. That's going to make her a much more dangerous dueler. The Blade of the Rune King is a huge part of Vayne now, because it does allow her to duel with pretty much anybody. She's already got a lot of damage with her Silver Bolts and everything else, but when she uses that Blade of the Rune King, it slows down the enemy attacks, and she's able to just take them out easily. Almost always. Down bottom, Udyr's actually waiting here to go in on the Lucian. Lucian doesn't know about it, I think. If he checks that bush, which would be a good idea, but I don't think he is. There we go. In goes the Udyr. Lucian says, oh crap. The flash comes out from the Udyr. Vayne punts the Lucian against the wall, and down goes the Lucian. Now they're going to go ahead and take down this pink. And in the meantime, we had more action here. There's the Pantheon ult coming in, not actually hitting anybody. Jace went and ran this way. They're going in, doing a lot of damage there to the Thresh. Thresh flashes out though, and the Jace is able to secure the kill on the Pantheon there. The Gragas did manage to go ahead and finish off the Thresh though, but Jace is able to finish him off as well. So that engagement definitely did not go their way. Had that ult landed, had the enemy team not been smart, it would have landed. Then they would have been able to do a whole lot more. But unfortunately for them, it did not end up going that way. On the plus side, Renekton and Sona are pushing like crazy up here. They're going to trade towers. It's going to be mid tower for top tower. The red team already secured the mid tower, so honestly, this is probably going to be a worthy trade. All of the outer towers for the blue team are down, whereas the red team still has both their top tower and their bottom tower. And really, bot lane is pushing pretty hard. We're probably going to see Vayne head down. It does look like she's heading down. She may end up stopping for red, but I don't think so. Hello. Phone? Yeah, that was my phone. I get spam calls for some reason. Somebody apparently used my number for American Pharmacy. And no matter how many times I tell them I am not Randall Lewis, they insist I am Randall Lewis and try to sell me drugs. So, I really wish they'd stop, but unfortunately they won't. Anyway, carry on, carry on. Alright, so we've got the Jace down here in the mid lane. He's just going and farming this up. The Thresh and Vayne, as expected, did go ahead and shove this back. Well, they stopped it from hitting their tower. Now they're just kind of, at least, actually, they're kind of freezing the lane here. Unfortunately, the tower's going to get a couple hits in, but actually that'll just help the Vayne. There we go. Oh, she has to choose. There we go. Actually, she doesn't have to choose. She got them both. And now the lane is at least somewhat pushing. Actually, no, it's still pushing towards them. She has managed to go ahead and freeze this, at least temporarily. So, I think, yeah, she's just going to sit here freezing it and farming for the moment. We've got Lucian and Sona. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing. They may be coming down here to go ahead and try to go against this, but unfortunately, Udyr was also there, and that means that's not going to happen, guys. You need to go ahead and go elsewhere. As long as the Udyr is there. A little bit of a fight going on up here. Looks like Warwick and Renekton both just kind of burning each other with their Sunfire capes. This is actually kind of comical to watch, because neither one's really doing much damage to the other. They're just standing by each other, periodically slapping each other with their noodles, and which sounds really bad, by the way. And, you know, just letting their cloaks do their thing. Not really much is happening. But in comes the Gragas. He just jumped over. Out comes the ulti. Nice flash there from the Warwick. Means that ulti is not going to land. And now Renekton's way up here. He's going in on the Warwick again. Gragas is trying his best to get in there. Q comes out, not going to land. Flash there from the Renekton. Down goes the Warwick. But the entire, well, two of the enemy team is here. They went ahead and secured off that Gragas. Renekton is definitely in trouble here. He's going to try to get his tail out of here. I don't know what's going to happen. He's going to slice and dice over this wall. Oh, he's so low, but he may actually make this. Sona heal comes in, and yes, his team was there to back him up, so he is actually going to leave alive, which is very surprising to me. I firmly expected him to die there. And now the red team's going to go ahead and go for this dragon. Again, the enemy jungler is up this time, but it's going to be True ID versus the odd one. Honestly, I'd put my money on the odd one. There we go. They're going in on it. Also, Udyr has to get in range to smite, and that's a whole lot harder for him. There we go. There's the secure, and now odd one goes ahead, roots him in place, or stuns him, and the Udyr does end up going down. So that ended up going pretty poorly for him. He tried to steal it, but with Udyr, it's really hard to steal because you don't have any easy mobility like a lot of the other ones do. I mean, you know, Pantheon can't jump over the wall or anything, but a lot of the other ones, you know, Elise can go ahead and come over the wall from the back. You've got, you know, a large majority of the junglers, you know, Kazakhs, etc. They all have ways of getting over the walls, getting in position to go ahead and smite steal. Somebody like Udyr, he's got nothing. All he can do is run in. And that is definitely something that's really hard on him. It's really difficult to steal because while you're trying to run in, your enemy can just CC you. The bear stance does not provide immunity to CC, so, I mean, it makes you faster, but if they have any CC whatsoever, it's going to be really hard for you to get in and steal. And it's kind of what we saw there. He really had no chance at all. He didn't get in to steal it, and it ended up going to the odd one. Now, I'm not saying that even had he got there, he would have successfully stolen it. I still say I would put my money on the odd one. But, you know, didn't even get the opportunity, which is just what I'm talking about here. As a side note, I have noticed when I was looking for this game that apparently the odd one has also been doing quite a bit of Kazakhs jungle, which is why the Kazakhs came to mind. So I'm not sure. Maybe we'll be seeing Kazakhs or Pantheon in the LCS soon. That I would be pretty happy with. And by that I mean under TSM, because obviously we've seen both Kazakhs and Pantheon in the LCS, just never under TSM's control before. Are they actually going to do this? They're going to go for a fairly early Baron here? No, it doesn't look like it. They pinged it, they're thinking about it, hasn't actually decided to happen yet. No, they're going to go ahead and catch these guys. Out comes the Jace hit. Ulti. Wait. Hold up. It looked to me like that ulti went right over Warwick and did nothing. Alright, let's slow this down. In she goes. The flash ulti. He might have been just barely off to the side, I guess. In comes the Pantheon, though. They're going in. Warwick goes ahead, ults the Sona, interestingly. Out comes Pantheon, immediately chunks almost all of Jace's health, and down goes the Jace. Sona did not go down to Warwick in the meantime, not really surprising. And now Warwick is just kind of in a little bit of trouble here. Nothing too major, though, because he does still have this tower, so that's not going to end up taking them down. But, in the meantime, we had more action over here. So we're going to go ahead and watch that now. I like it. I kind of like it when there's stuff going on every lane. There's, so much action. But it doesn't always happen. And this particular one, it definitely is. There we go. We see, Gragas jumps in on Thresh, who immediately uses the box there. Gragas is in a little bit of trouble, tries to get himself out with his ulti. Not going to happen. He ends up going down to Udyr. And now they're going in. Lucian's able to secure the Udyr, trying to take down the Vayne now. She uses that stealth to get out, but he's able to finish her off there after a nice flash. And Thresh... it looks like Thresh is going to get out of this. Yeah, he is. But in the top lane... Wait, that was a 3... Hold on. No. Yeah, that was a 2 versus 3. Or was it 4? I don't know. Either way... Hold up. Why are you so fast? Either way, the red team was definitely behind in people there, but they were still able to come out ahead. Nice job there. And Lucian's on his way over. Oh, Thresh decides to go in. Not sure that's his best decision there. He goes down, and now the Warwick is trying his best to get out. He's going to go down to Pantheon after that Pantheon stun. And Jace is actually able to finish off the Pantheon, but still ended up taking down somebody beforehand. But we do have the blue team engaging on the rest of the red team here. Renekton's able to jump over that wall, get out. Vayne is able to finish off the Lucian there. Sona's trying her best to get out. I do not think she has ults. She does actually have ult, but no, she's gonna go ahead and let this go. She knew even if she did ult them, she would not live. So she's like, well, let's just go ahead and let this happen. And she did, and she went down. Looks like Udyr is actually gonna go for this Baron. I'm not sure why Gragas used his ulti already. Gragas ulti is really good at stealing things, Barons, dragons, etc. But he went ahead and used that way early, and not sure I agree with that. It doesn't matter in any way, as they are actually falling back. But either way, I'm kind of surprised he didn't save it. Maybe he was just using it to check or just to scare them off. Either way, it did scare them off in the end, and unfortunately he ended up losing Renekton. Renekton was a little too low to be hanging around there, and Vayne was able to go ahead and take him down. All lanes are pushing for the red team except this mid lane. Lucian's here to go ahead and he'll fix that issue. Pretty darn quickly, too. Oh, Gragas is here to help, too. Yeah, let's all just push here. Yeah, it's about the only lane they can farm on at the moment. But we do actually have the lane starting to push around the other way now for the outer lanes, as the blue team did go ahead, stop the push from the red minions, and the blue minions are there to go ahead and continue pushing this on, of course. Sweeper ward's coming out. They're trying to catch the vision here. They did not see this ward, just slightly out of range. If she had upgraded one, she would have seen it, but she doesn't, so it's not going to happen. And now Lucian and Sona are going to go ahead and help Renekton to clear this out. Make it so that the minion waves are actually pushing back towards the blue team again up top. Bottom, I think... no, it's going to push towards the red team down bottom. Oh, crap. I was so distracted by the minions, didn't even notice that there was an engagement happening down here. It looked like a full 5-man team too, so let's go ahead and just switch to the team fight view here. There we go. Stuff happening there. There's the speed boost from Sona. Nice ulti there. Lands onto the Vayne. The ulti from Gragas comes out. Vayne is just melting. Down she goes almost instantly. And they're going to go ahead and back off here. But that was a pretty nice engage there. And they did manage to go ahead and take down the Vayne for absolutely free. And now they're going to push down this top lane up here. Can't say I blame them. They've got the manpower, and they're going to be able to do at least a decent amount of damage to it. They do a decent amount of damage to it. The Thresh Hook lands there on the Renekton. The box comes out as well. Renekton goes ahead and ults, He's trying his best to get out. He is going to get out. Renekton goes down. Wait, sorry. Warwick goes down to Sona. Renekton's the one who's getting out. What am I talking about? Sona actually manages to secure the Warwick after he flashes, which is kind of funny. The nice empowered Q there from the Jace is going to force them to probably fall back as they are getting pretty low. Renekton chose to go back a little out of position there. Oh, the re-engage there by the blue team. Down went the Thresh. Down went the Pantheon to Jace, but Jace went down to Gragas, and Lucian was able to mop up there with a kill to Udyr. So yet again, we have the red team pushing this down again. They've got minions there, and really there's nothing Vayne can do to stop this. They're going to go ahead and get the inhibitor, and they may end up going elsewhere, but I kind of doubt it. They're probably going to fall back as the respawn timers are low enough right now. You don't really want to be hanging around. So yeah, there is the speed boost. Looks like they may be grabbing the blue buff here for Gragas. They are indeed. I did see a ping on Baron as well. I kind of doubt they're going to go for that. Although I don't know that I would completely lay it off the table. But yeah, it does look like they're going to go ahead and go back. Lucian and Sona on their way back. Renekton, interestingly, just sliced and diced over the wall while fighting the Wraith. So had to go back in. I think he thought his slice was going to be able to finish it off. So he went over the wall trying to look all cool. Oh, look, I'm cool. But no, didn't end up happening. And he ended up having to go all the way back around to go ahead and finish off that Wraith, which is kind of embarrassing. Down bot lane, the blue minions did manage to push it up to the tower. I don't think they're going to... Oh, they might be able to take it down with this next wave. The red minions are still here to prevent it. So they might not be able to take this down. I think this tower might last for a little while longer yet, except here comes the Vayne. Here does not come the Vayne. Just kidding. So yeah, this is actually going to stay up for a little while longer. And now here comes the reinforcing red minions. I'm not sure who goes ahead in this. I think it may end up starting to push towards the blue minions. As the red minions are already grouped up, they're going to get the extra hits on. And the blue minions are going to probably fall. Distracted by minions again. Stop it! He's over here to check out the dragon. Sorry, they already stole that. Or, they already secured that. They didn't steal it. There was no stealing involved. Udyr's up here, clearing out this pink ward. In comes Lucian, saying, hey, get out of here. And... oh, there's a ward there. Oh, they do manage to secure that. Oh, wait, it's under the pink ward. Ha! Right. Anyway, so we've got what looks like it may end up being a bit of an engagement down here. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Red team's just kind of huddling around here. Udyr's going to go ahead and head back. And it looks like, oh, never mind. There we go. Grab comes out onto Renekton. He is indeed he's taking a decent amount of damage there, but he looks like he's going to be fine. Sona's here to help. Flash. Finally, she comes out with a crescendo on just Vayne. I don't know if she just misclicked that or what happened there, but that was not good at all for her. Out comes the Gragas ulti, only hits the Warwick there. The Thresh ended up going down to the Lucian Renekton combo. Vayne, unfortunately for her, jumped right into those two. And now it's starting to come out in the red team's favor again. The flash comes out from Pantheon, jumping over that wall. Warwick's going down. They're going in. Down goes the Jace as well. The Udyr's the only one left. The spear comes out from Pantheon. They're trying their best to take him down. He goes ahead and flashes. Uses that turtle to give himself some shield. But Lucian is still really close. I think Udyr may end up going down. There's the jump from Lucian. And yes, Lucian secures the Udyr for a quadra kill. And an ace at the same time. So the red team's going to go ahead and push this up. They're probably going to be able to take down this inhib turret. Almost definitely. If they don't, they're doing something wrong. In my humble silver opinion. Or, you know, they can go for the inhibitor turret. Or the Nexus turrets. And they're doing something completely right. And I'm a moron. Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to finish off this game. That is going to be the end of this game, apparently. Unless something really drastic happens. No. It's over. That is game. Go for the inhibitor turret. What? Alright, so that is going to be the end of this game. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, by the way, I was right. Red minions pushing. Got it. Anyway, see you guys later. Have a good night. Bye.